Hello, my friends, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. I am having some audio problems, and I apologize for that. While I am working on getting them fixed, I'm doing my best to make sure you don't have to suffer through too many of them. But for today, we are going to talk about Stellar Blade. As you see here, Niche Gamer has a story, says Stellar Blade returns uncensored outfits following fan campaign. According to sources on Twitter, Stellar Blade has allegedly brought back the uncensored outfits that were censored in the game's earliest patches. According to industry veteran Mark Kern at Grums, the old costumes have been returned to the game, and the fan campaign of #FreeStellarBlade is being hailed as a success. And here you see the tweet from Grums. He says, "We did it. You did it. #FreeStellarBlade celebrates a shift up and @StellarBlade uncensors outfits. Thank you everyone who participated in the 8-step plan and the petition. Thank you @Jammered for listening to gamers." Then you see here where he asks people to continue signing the petition before they send it off to Stellar Blade as a gift. Shortly after the game launch, fans noticed some differences between 3 different versions of the game: the physical release, the early digital release given to reviewers, and the day 1 patch. What followed is a series of events that left fans confused as to why and when some outfits were censored. What happened was that the game was censored after being printed, with an early patch hitting review copies of the game before it even launched. This led to confusion as users reported the changed outfits, but then erroneously pointed to early review footage as proof it wasn't censored. This means the censored costumes will remain in the game. While it's true the game has been altered due to the censorship, at the end of the day, more content and choices are now available, and the original content has been restored. Just not in the way it was in the unpatched release. Stellar Blade is now available for the PS5. You can check out their review, which I do recommend going ahead and doing. Niche Gamer's post on Twitter has some extra content. You see here, they say some fans consider it a false victory since the outfits were brought back as additional costumes, leaving the censored outfits in the game as well. We're hearing from players about how the gore is still reduced and some outfits are no longer as transparent. While the uncensored outfits have returned, not everything is up to par with the unpatched physical edition. We're still learning more. And there are a lot of people who really feel this isn't any kind of victory. At the very least, it might be a small one, but I'll get more into that in a minute. Here you have Grums talking about Kotaku. Enjoy some Kotaku salt on Stellar Blade. See how they are trying to divide us? Don't fall for it. Take the win. Keep pushing. And Kotaku's article says, Free Stellar Blade movement can't decide if new outfits are sexy enough. I'm pretty sure that if they're sexy enough is not the question. They are definitely the original outfit, minus the fact the Holiday Bunny one is definitely in red. I don't know much about the other one as I haven't played the game yet. However, they're both quite sexy, so I'm not sure what Kotaku's on about. However, they will use every opportunity to attempt to divide. So it's important to remember that going forward, we are going to have to win this through attrition. It's not going to be something that happens all at once. It's one step at a time, one game at a time, one change at a time. We didn't get here overnight, and it's going to take at least as long to get to where we want. So don't become overwhelmed. Don't become depressed just because things aren't absolutely perfect. In the end, it never will be perfect, but we can get it a lot better. But to add further salt, you have Paul Tassi and Forbes are so mad right now. He is seething over their petition. This is how you measure your victories. You do see the article on Forbes says Stellar Blade, Patch Boss, Rush Mode, and Uncensored Outfits by, of course, Paul Tassi. Down here, Stellar Blade has gotten its first major patch, which adds some significant new challenging content and ends what is one of its most bizarre controversies at launch. And of course, here's the part where Paul Tassi is upset. The bad part of this is that the culture war folk have been rewarded for their frankly ridiculous campaign lambasting this game, the developers, Sony, everyone for the original outfit changes as some sort of conspiracy which did not exist. The outfits themselves are fine. Anyway, the big thing is the boss rush mode, and that sounds like a fun thing to go and try now that I've maxed out Eve in every other way. Then you have Paul Tassi saying, do not care about how the new Stellar Blade outfits look. They're fine. Giving these guys a win absolutely sucks, and they'll be dining out on it forever. So yeah, I'm not thrilled about it. The last thing I want to cover is this tweet here of Grums. It says, of all the topics I have ever covered, the campaign to #FreeStellarBlade by far gets me the most hate. And today, they are super triggered. makes you wonder why. With the results of this, and with the statements from the stellarblade developers that Eve as she is represents their vision for the game, I suspect that this was maybe always the plan. I suspect that they wanted time to play with the outfits, that they wanted to provide a reward down the road, that while you don't have to pay for the DLC, it gives a reason to keep people playing the game. And I don't know if people have been rewarded or not. I don't know if there was really a fight to be fought, but at this point, it's impossible to really know. I can understand why stellarblade wouldn't say anything in regards to this, because honestly, it works in their favor. The word of mouth advertising, the everything around it has helped it sell considerably. Now, it is an excellent game, so it really didn't need the controversy to help it sell. But I do wonder if we're not going to see some more outfits come out down the road, because they know it's a great way to tempt people into the game. And more importantly, every time they do this, anybody who was upset the first wave through will again buy the next wave. Psychologically, it could be considered a substantial win for the culture warriors, as Paul Tassi wants to say. And that's because people got what they wanted. Whether or not they actually needed to fight the fight, that positive reinforcement always helps. Now, will we get everything we want? Never. You never get everything you want. But we are still making strides, no matter what this really is, no matter what, if this is a win or not. We are winning overall, even if this specific battle didn't necessarily need to be played. Either way, stellarblade does seem to be at least slightly more free and more camel toe inclusive. So if you were interested in the game, give it a look. Maybe it's up to where you want it now. If you are still on that fence, hold off. And if you were never going to buy it, good for you. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. If you really liked it, you can feel free to share it around, and I will catch you later.